How are you guys doing? This is Ryan. Welcome back to the channel. In this week's video, I want to go over two things. I want to go over the new crypto tax bill that was pushed into this infrastructure package on how the government plans to come up with $30 billion by taking it from the crypto market. And also, I wanted to briefly go over my portfolio. Some people were asking about like different tokens I'm holding. Obviously, I talk about bitcoincash a lot on here, but what my portfolio was looking like, and I've always been transparent on this channel, so I'll keep that going. I put a poll up on my community tab, and it was pretty much neck and neck what people wanted to see, so I figured I'd jump into both of them. I'll run through the portfolio pretty quick to show people other tokens and what the portfolio is looking like, and I really want to jump into this bill. So with that said, let's jump into the video. Alright, so just over a week ago, we got this new information that Congress wanted to fund this new infrastructure bill by making more regulation put into the cryptocurrency market. So what does this exactly mean, and is this something to be really concerned about? Of course, I'm disappointed by it anytime I hear taxes, taking place in cryptocurrency, because it's legal tender. It's what people use to transfer wealth and value. To tax it doesn't really make sense, and I'm just not a big fan of the concept of taxing overall, so excuse my bias. But let's jump into the law and why it may not be as big of a deal as some people really think in terms of an investment vehicle, but there is issues with the adoption cycle of it and who is going to have these harsh regulations put on them. So to summarize that, in 2017, they came out and said, we want to tax cryptocurrencies. But what didn't occur in 2017 when they said they wanted to tax cryptocurrency, there wasn't the enforcement. So like in the stock market, when you buy and sell a stock, that's reported, the stock brokerage reports that, and they do what's called a 1099-B filing. So just for example, if you report taxes in any way, you'll see 1099s in all kinds of variations, and that's a direct way that the IRS can kind of see what's going on and make sure you're paying your taxes in a more aggressive regulatory way. So that never happened in cryptocurrency. If you were buying and selling stocks on Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, there was no reporting done by these exchanges to the IRS. So without having like something like a 1099-B, it's harder to punish people that didn't pay their capital gains tax. So in a way, it kind of makes more people criminals, which is interesting, but we'll talk about that more later. So yeah, they wanted people to report it voluntarily, losses or gains. And this bothers some people, like Senator Ron Wyden came out like he's so disturbed by the underreporting and taxes paid by the cryptocurrency market. He assumes the government deserves this money. People have risked their lives and livelihood into cryptocurrency to build this market, and now the government says it's our turn to make some money from all that sacrifice and risk that you put into innovating the way humans interact, and that's what they're trying to do. So but the real issue with it is, if you go over here, I'm reading this Fortune article, I'll put it on the screen here. I just want to read you this paragraph. It says, yes, digital asset exchanges and brokers should have reporting requirements, like the 1099-B form. And those that earn capital gains should pay their taxes, but the bill expanded the definition of who a broker is. It says to any person regularly providing any service responsible for effecting transfer of digital assets, including any decentralized exchange or peer-to-peer marketplace. That could include virtually every kind of participant in the industry, from miners and validators to software developers and node operators. So first of all, good luck enforcing a decentralized exchange to reporting if there's no one there to enforce. They're going to see a lot of issues with the way the nature of cryptocurrency exists and why it's not built for, just taking wealth from it, right? You have to provide value to the network to make wealth. You just don't get to take the wealth away, which is what taxation does in a centralized system, right? In a decentralized system, it's what you contribute to improve the network is how you usually get financially rewarded. So this is going to make life somewhat cumbersome. There was definitely people like Senator Ted Cruz that spoke out against it, and various others. And what's disappointing, a lot of people that are writing these laws couldn't explain to you what a cryptocurrency is. And there were efforts to exclude certain people from these stricter regulations the way the bill sets now. And I believe there's a congressman or senator out of Alabama that did not allow the amendment to go through because he didn't get his extra $50 billion in military spending. He couldn't get his pork in the bill. So these people really don't care about like the future of cryptocurrency and how it operates and how it could benefit the lives of literally billions of people across the planet, free people of oppressive governments, write all kinds of decentralized systems and softwares and content monetization platforms, and anything else that could be innovated in this market. We don't care because we want to get our extra $50 billion into the military-industrial complex to who knows what with, right? So that's the kind of system we live in. And these people that don't know what a cryptocurrency is, probably over 90% of them, they just know there's money being made here, and it would make them look good if they got more money for their programs and what they think they need. So there's so much capital and excitement going into cryptocurrency. That's what the market wants. They want to forcefully rearrange that and malinvest the money. That's why we don't use centralized planners. We let the market decide where the money should go and where the innovation should go, but it's not happening here, and it could really punish, people like me that use cryptocurrency in business with harsh, reporting practices. And some people see this as a good thing because this is a 10-year plan to collect $30 billion, so at least they're not going to try to shut down the industry. Like, that was a big fear for a lot of time. Like, would they make cryptocurrencies like illegal to own, right? Sounds crazy in a way, but they did this with gold. Like, it was illegal to own gold for a time for political purposes because of the suppression of the monetary system, right? So this is concerning to me, but the other side of it, you'll hear, like, this just means it's going to be more adopted, and if they can make money from it, they'll leave it here, and that's the way we'll move forward. So what I think you'll see, I think it could be a net benefit overall in terms of a lot of American capital will go into it because it seems like less fringe of an investment if it's being taxed. But the real innovation will take place elsewhere. Like, the real money will be made in markets that make it easier to use, and the crypto revolution will probably thrive better somewhere else if the United States doesn't do something to make it less burdensome to use and make innocent people criminals. That's my thoughts towards the bill. We'll see if there's further provisions made and go from there. And overall, I'm not really pessimistic or optimistic. I'm always kind of let down by the government, but that's nothing new. So we'll just truck along and keep on innovating and building and creating a better world with peer-to-peer electronic cash. So now real quick, let's jump into the crypto portfolio. It's held in a few different exchanges. I use Voyager. I have cryptocurrency on there. I've left a lot on Robinhood. When I first started this channel, I did a lot of stuff on the Robinhood platform with stocks and whatnot. And then also I really enjoy my bitcoin.com wallet. My portfolio is roughly $150,000. And the majority of it is Bitcoin Cash, is somewhere around 55% of the portfolio, holding around $60,000. And then Ethereum is of over $50,000, so I have about $110,000 there, or maybe a little bit more. And then I think where a lot of people have interest is like what other coins to buy. Like my friend Blood Phantom 81 was asking, and on Voyager they got a lot of cool coins that I think have had a lot of parabolic movement, and when the market tanked down, I threw some money at them, and I did really well with Cardano on there in the first place. Yeah, so I'll run through these real quick. I'll first start off with Bitcoin. I've gotten a lot of people that have signed up with Voyager. You can get a free $25 if you do so. I'll have it in the description below. Just by signing up with the app, you can use my link or anyone else's link. You can get a free $25 in Bitcoin, then anyone else you refer to the platform will also get $25. So I've just kind of kept that money in Bitcoin. And I do want to mention before I jump too deep into it, if you want to get involved in using cryptocurrency in business, I'm doing a golf tournament on September 27th. If you've been following the channel, you probably know, but we're going to talk about how to use it in the hospitality industry. I'm throwing a golf tournament at PGA Resort. We're going to do it for charity and just talk about, why you should accept it, why you should add it to your balance sheet for your businesses, and how we've been doing it. And also Roger Ver will be zooming in from Tokyo to really discuss his time. And there's really no better person to talk about in cryptocurrency world than adoption and using it for commerce than Bitcoin Jesus himself. So that will be amazing. Check out a promo video I did here, and also feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram, rgiffin89, if you want to get involved or have any other information. Feel free to let me know. But let's jump back into it. So I hold some Bitcoin in here. I hold roughly $1,700 of Ethereum. A lot of that is still over on Robinhood. I actually exchanged quite a bit of it for Bitcoin Cash. I think Bitcoin Cash has more upside from here than Ethereum, even though I love Ethereum. I've talked about it in the past. They have the best developers building on it. I just think that Bitcoin Cash is realistically still relatively undervalued in terms of the market. Like I think most of the market is overvalued. We're back like $2 trillion. I think that's, in terms of adoption, I do think it deserves that value if we're pricing in future value. But in like the immediate time, I think in terms of how crypto moves, I think it's going to go much higher from here still, because that's what it does. The volatile nature will eventually strike again. I did take some profit on Cardano. I still hold $10,000 in it. And it's something I'm working on really is me and my wife are looking at buying a farm. So we've been saving up money for that. And a lot of these crypto gains, if they go parabolic, especially some of these altcoins that will go up really high and crash down, I like to take profits on those to build myself a farm, and we're gonna make a little business out of it, so stay tuned for that. I also hold Link. I have roughly $2,300 in Link. Link is supposed to be a conduit to smart contracts. It allows like an API feed of real world content and putting it on the blockchain. So it has a lot of utility in the sense of that. I have a little bit of money in USDC coin. I was keeping some over there to get 9% interest. It's like literally like the best savings account in America. But I did deploy some of that. I put it into VeChain, some other coins I'll talk about. I do hold some DOT. DOT is another brainchild of Ethereum. Gavin Wood, the founder, is another computer scientist that is, I want to hold a little bit of each of these guys, Vitalik Buterin, Charles Hoskinson of Cardano, and Gavin Wood, in terms of innovating smart contracts and, all the other things that, decentralized software can do. I wanted to have a piece of that. I have roughly $3,200 into DOT. Luna Terra. Luna went up really parabolic. It's this cryptocurrency that burns certain supply at times and stable coin adjusted. I 2x my money already since the market crashed. I put in like $700 at it, and it's already up to like almost $1,600. This portfolio over here on Voyager, I put in like $10,000, and it's already almost like $30,000, roughly $28,000. A little bit of Bitcoin Cash. I've been buying some Bitcoin Cash on here and then transferring it to my private wallet. So anytime I pay someone in it, I'll go on Voyager real quick and buy more Bitcoin Cash to keep using it for payments and creating more adoption. To me, it's the easiest cryptocurrency to use for onboarding people for payments. I've talked so much about Bitcoin Cash. If you want to learn more about that, check out more videos on why I'm very bullish on Bitcoin Cash. VeChain. So VeChain was a cryptocurrency that also crashed quite a bit. I got it around 8 cents. I threw like $1,000 on it, and it's already gone up to over $1,700. So to my understanding, I was meeting with a gentleman that owns a boutique crypto hedge fund, and he was really bullish on it. And I don't know everything about it. This is some speculating to altcoins going into like a major alt season, but it's a conduit for the Binance smart chains. I can't pretend like I know everything about it, but do see it as probably a hopeful project if it has a connection with Binance. But it's another one that I'm trying to make some farm money with. So, and by that I mean buying my future farm. The next coin we'll talk about is Tron. Tron's one I picked up at 2 cents. It went up to 15 cents. I've taken quite a bit of profit on it. Justin Sun, the founder, I don't really care for everything they do. I know the coin tends to go parabolic, and that was my strategy. The guy seems to pump it a lot, which is fine, but not really for me. Same thing with Yearn Finance. I've taken profit. A lot of these coins, aren't like long time holds. Like Cardano, I would like to hold, always keep a nice bag of that. DOT, I want to build my bag. Luna, I'll probably hold some of that. I'm curious to see how the whole stablecoin thing works. But the last one I'll mention, the Voyager token, I do have $5,000 into it. I did buy it kind of high. When it went down, I actually sold and bought right back. I did a crypto wash sale. I should make a video about that too, but like cryptocurrency laws, are beneficial in ways that you can take a loss and buy right back and report that loss. So I do pay my taxes. As much as I'm not happy about them, I pay quite a bit of them. So, but I did buy more when it went under like $2, and we're back to over $4. I think Voyager as a native token for a very easy to use platform is going to be highly successful. I look at it in terms, I've thought a lot about like the Binance coin, even though the Binance coin has a lot of other utility, and maybe Voyager will in the future too. But I just think that a lot of people will adopt this platform, even though it's had a lot of issues. But the user experience is relatively good when it doesn't crash. Sometimes it crashes, but when it's working, it's fantastic. It does have some holes in it, but overall, I do think it is a good user experience, and that's why I buy their native token. So that's the crypto portfolio in a nutshell. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions with any coins, what coins do you think is overvalued, undervalued? What coins should I look at and consider? And if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for future content, and also tap that notification bell so YouTube notifies you every time I upload a video. You can also follow me on noise.cash. My name over there is now Ryan Giffen 2. I'll put one of these sides. You can get free Bitcoin Cash over there. I had issues with my main account. I don't want to go deep in detail on that, but just the different platforms you can find me on. I'm on Twitter too. I think it's Ryan Giffen. Twitter's fun, but I don't really plug it enough. But again, I'm really sorry that I missed my upload last week. If you made it this far, it was a rough week for me. My 94-year-old grandmother became ill. She's had various health issues, so that was kind of really put me in a down mood. My mother-in-law came to visit into town, and my sweet dog Brody passed away unexpectedly. And I just had a lot going on, and just life in general. So sorry I missed the upload, but I came back and tried to bring a lot of value in this week's video. So if you enjoyed it, just gently hit that thumbs up button. And as always, guys,
I'll see you in my next one.